I wish someone would have made this video when I was younger, when I was starting off in entrepreneurship, when I was starting off in self-development 3 years ago. Because being in this game is probably the most lonely thing that you can do. There's no other thing out there where you're literally yourself against what seems to be everyone around you. You know, when your friends, when your family, when everyone around you thinks that you're completely crazy, but you have to have that voice within yourself that keeps you going, that keeps you waking up every single day in the morning, working 8, 12 hours per day, grinding your ass off, investing all of your money, going broke over and over again to eventually achieve your goals. And in this video, I'm gonna break down how to actually deal with this, how to deal with this feeling of being very lonely as an entrepreneur, as someone who wants to grow, because I've gone through this so much throughout my entire journey and still experience this to a large extent at this point of my journey. You know, I went from being broke, I went from having literally like minus money in my bank account to now having made multiple 6 figures, traveling the world, having complete freedom at 22 years old. And throughout this entire journey, this feeling has always been there, more or less. You know, at some stages I felt less lonely, at some stages I felt extremely lonely. And I'm making this video right now because I'm currently in Brazil and I've been locked in solitude or like alone here for the last almost 3 months at this point. And I did this on purpose, but it's also made me realize like how freaking lonely and hard this journey of being an entrepreneur and being someone who wants to achieve more in your life truly is. And here's the thing, because most people don't even realize this. Most people think that, okay, I'm going to become an entrepreneur, I'm going to aspire to achieve greater things in my life, and the cost of that, it's not going to be, I'm not going to lose out on my friends. I'm going to keep hanging out with the same people I used to hang out with. I'm going to keep seeing my friends and my family as much as I used to see them. I'm going to keep hanging out with people that I used to grow up with. And I'm still gonna make millions of dollars, achieve an extraordinary physique, and build this crazy lifestyle and all those different things. I used to think that way in the past, and it simply doesn't work that way. And I've been reminded about this recently as well, where people that I used to hang out with for a long time, people that I've really like seen as my close friends, and people that I've really like spent a lot of time with. They've done things and like I've seen things from them that have made me realize that I need to separate myself from these people. You know, people that I thought, okay, this guy or this person is gonna help me get to where I wanna go, and they're gonna be like a good kind of person to be part of my journey. They're taking these actions and doing things that literally show me black and white that I have to cut my ties with this person if I wanna get to where I wanna go. And it's like the brutal truth of being an entrepreneur and being someone that wants to go further is like you're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to cut ties with people that you love, people that you like a lot, just because of where you're going in your life. And it's probably the hardest things that comes with having these goals and having these visions and being in this kind of like journey, I guess, you know, because most people never have to experience this. Most people just stick with the same friends they grew up with, stick with the same family members, and they do that, they just accept mediocrity, you know. You hang out with the same people, they don't grow, you don't grow, but you kind of like, you're just fine with that, you know, because you're not really like aspiring to go that far in life. You have this this untapped potential that you could tap into, but you're getting this like settling, you know, you're hanging around people that you know aren't ideal for you, that are kind of pulling you back, but you're having fun with them and you have all these memories, so because of that you stay with them. And I think the biggest thing that's gonna help you, and that's helped me at least, to kind of combat this and like being fine with separating yourself from bad people and just like going on your own path, is developing this conviction within yourself. I almost think about this like becoming that freaking like, I don't know, becoming that like wolf or that lion. This might sound super cringe, but like becoming this wolf that just goes out and achieves the things that you want to achieve. Developing this conviction in yourself that like you are capable on your own to go out and achieve exactly whatever you want to achieve. You don't need this friend or this family member or whatever it is, you know? Because a lot of times I fall into the trap of like, okay, I have this good relationship with this friend or this family member, whatever it is. And because of that, like I almost kind of developed this belief that I need this person. I need this person to be like part of my journey in order for me to make it. And I think that's very, very dangerous, you know, when you end up in a place like that, where you're almost developing this like codependency on someone else. You become like, you put all of this kind of responsibility on someone outside of you. You're almost telling yourself like, if I don't have this person in my life, I'm not gonna be able to make it as big as if I had them in my life. And I think that's an extremely dangerous place to be in. So the way to combat this is like developing the conviction in yourself and just showing yourself that you are capable of going out and achieving exactly whatever you set out to achieve on your own. Even if your friends leave you, and your girlfriend leaves you, and your family abandons you, hopefully none of that stuff happens to you, but even if all that shit goes to worse and that stuff happens, that you are capable of going out and achieving everything that you set out to achieve. Because when you have that conviction, when you have proven yourself that you're capable of doing it, I'll share with you how to actually like make that happen, like some actionable stuff on how to actually do this in a second. But when you've proven yourself that you can do that, then you realize that you don't actually need to surround yourself with shitty people. It becomes way easier to cut off bad friends, to cut off people that have negative influence, because you know how capable you are on your own. So it becomes like there's no reason, like why would I surround myself with suboptimal people, people that are bringing me down, when I know that I'm capable of achieving everything that I want to achieve on my own. And you kind of develop this belief that you truly don't need anyone else. And I think that's extremely powerful, because when you truly don't need anyone else, number one, you have yourself, and like you become more certain, more convicted, and I think it's just easier to kind of keep pushing in the entrepreneurial journey when you have that belief that you will make it. And to be honest, that's the biggest thing that separates people that win big versus those who fail. Is like they just believe in themselves more. You know, when things get hard, when people doubt them, they just have a belief, you know, in themselves that they can keep going. Well, not only that, but you can also be way more careful about who you surround yourself with, you know, because when you know that I'm gonna go further, I'm gonna achieve big things, and like I know that I'm capable, I'm this like lion or this like tiger, I can just go out and achieve whatever I want to achieve on my own because you've proven that to yourself. You don't need to hang out with someone that's suboptimal, that's someone that's like bringing you down, you know. There's no like if, ands, and but if you should cut off someone that's bad for you, because you know that like I don't need this person in my life, I don't just need someone to hang around me to just like not be lonely. I'm better off on my own, like I'm more capable on my own. So let me know if this makes sense, guys. Let me know in the comments if this makes sense, but I think this is extremely powerful. And the way to develop this, the way to actually get this type of conviction in yourself and be like stronger on your own and like not need other people, I think it just comes down to starting to never miss promises that you make to yourself. When you set out goals that you have, that you're gonna wake up at a certain time, that you're gonna eat a specific way or work out a specific amount of times, or even like I'm gonna go and work out at this specific time today. You know, when you set out goals and you never ever miss on the goals that you set out, I think that's the building blocks, and that's how you develop this conviction. And I noticed in my own life, like the times that I miss on this, the times that I'm like, I'm gonna go wake up at like 8 a.m. next day, and then I end up going to sleep at like 2 a.m., waking up at like 10. The times where this has happened are the times where I've just started doubting myself so much. I started surrounding myself with shitty people, you know, letting people into my life that I shouldn't let into my life. And it always comes to like kind of losing that conviction in myself, you know, like losing that belief in myself. And that's why I'm talking about this. That's why I think this is so important, because like when you have this, when you're locked in and you're hitting your habits, you're waking up at the time that you're supposed to wake up at, and you're holding promises to yourself, that's when you're the most capable. That's when you really that's when you lock in, you achieve great things. So start with like the simple things. Never miss the promises on like a very simple basis, you know, like never miss your wake up time. Go to sleep at the same time that you set out to go to sleep at every single day. Never miss workouts. If you say you're gonna do something, if you say you're gonna like work on your business specific amount of hours, or work on your goals, or plan out something, or do like whatever it is, you know, never miss on that shit. Because the reason why most people don't think that they can actually make it, a lot of people have like imposter syndrome and they are like just stuck, is because of the fact that they don't do this, you know? They set out goals, like I used to do. I still fall into this trap sometimes. You set out goals, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. And then next day you just like skip out on those things. You say, I'm not gonna go out and like party tonight, I'm not gonna like go out and meet this girl, I'm not gonna go to sleep that late tonight, I'm not gonna watch Netflix tonight, I'm not gonna watch porn, whatever it is, you know? And then you do that. That fucks you up so much more than you think, you know? You might think that this is gonna be fine, I'm just gonna keep doing my work, but in reality what happens is like you literally break from, you're telling yourself that my word is not important. I am not someone who's capable of holding my word. And that's gonna fuck you up like completely. It's gonna make you believe in yourself less. And it's just gonna like compound. The more you do that, the more it's gonna fuck you up, and eventually you will end up in a position where you don't really trust yourself. And when you don't trust yourself, how the fuck are you gonna be able to lead other people? How the fuck are you gonna be able to, as a salesperson, you know, I've been in remote high ticket sales. That's how I made all of my money, by being a high ticket closer. how the fuck am I be able to lead other people and close deals for $5,000 to $10,000 when I'm not trusting myself, when I can't even lead myself to wake up at a certain time or not do some bad habits, you know? It's not gonna be possible. So the way to success, the way to get into where you want to go is starting to develop that belief in yourself, becoming that lion that can like, go out and achieve whatever you want. And it starts with like these small habits, setting things out that you want to achieve, or setting habits, simple daily things out, and just doing them. Saying that you're going to post on YouTube, or saying that you're going to get into your first high ticket sales role, doing outreach, doing 10 outreaches every single day, and then never missing on that, sticking to the plan. And if you do that, you will, number one, achieve your goal, but number two, also show that you're capable of achieving it. Because I've worked with multiple guys inside of my one-on-one mentorship, people that are either broke or they're like kind of stuck at their income level. I help them get into a remote high-ticket sales role. I show them like, this is what you need to do to actually get into a role. They stick to the plan, they show up, they're uncertain, they're scared, they feel like they don't know what they're doing, but they stick to the actions that I tell them to do. And then eventually their life changes. Like literally like 1 to 2 weeks, their life changes completely because they land a role and they start making way more money. And then I hear back from them like 1, 2 months later, and they're so confident. You know, they develop this completely new persona because they are stuck to something for long enough, and they prove to themselves that they're capable of going out and achieving more things. And then the funny thing is, then they like get into the next level, get into like 10K a month, get into 50 and 20K a month. It becomes easy, you know. Because you've already proven that you can actually achieve something, you know? So you believe that you can achieve more because you've already done something with your life, you know? So please, like after watching this video, take action on this stuff, start hold all promises to yourself. Pick something you're gonna start doing or something that you're gonna keep on doing. Good habits, waking up at a specific time, or learning a skill. Like I would learn sales, like whoever you are, if you're a young guy, you need to learn sales if you haven't already done that, and then applying that in the high ticket sales industry. Learn the skill, practice it. If you want help with getting into remote high ticket sales and like getting into a good business to work for, you can apply for my one-on-one mentorship by clicking the link down below and applying there and booking a call. But regardless of what you want to do, like just stick to the plan. Just do something and never miss. And I promise you'll look back at this and realize that shit, like my life changed just because I stuck to simple habits. I developed conviction. I didn't no longer need these bad people I used to hang out with. And I'm now in a different position. So hopefully this was valuable. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram. I reply to all DMs. If you want coaching and mentorship to learn how to make a lot of money in remote sales, click the link down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Ciao.